Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of In the Vault with Ali and Shane. How are you, birthday girl?
Birthday girl, the big 2-3.
She's a birthday girly pop. Big 3-2, you mean, doll?
Is it the lip doll? I don't know why you're being such a hater.
You never reveal a woman's age, right? Isn't that the thing?
But the gays, they're always coming for you, aren't they? They're always coming.
Doll, you get cancelled for that one. How was your birthday, doll? Fill us in.
Can I just say I had the most un-Aries birthday of all time.
Oh, what did you do? Low key.
Low-key. Kept it really low-key.
Oh,
Because I
good.
just had the busiest couple of months, like socially, but
Yeah.
also with work. So I just wanted no one to talk to me. I was just like, I'm just going to turn this phone off. Poor Shane did a shout out. No answer.
Yeah, zip. I felt like a fan.
I'm so sorry. I woke up this morning and
I'm
saw you
dead.
wrote something, but I couldn't see it.
No, I get it. I feel like on my birthdays, I try and be quite offline as well. Because it's like, well, I do that every other day. Like, I like to be offline and present.
I just want to regroup a little bit. And also, like, you're going into a new year, you're kind of reflecting on the year that was, what you want to do better, what you want to keep the same. You're kind of like creating this new vibe for your new year.
I feel that, doll. What did you get? Did you get any prezzies?
Jimmy bought me these 2 MCM House lamps that I love.
Cute.
I had my eye on them for years. They've been around for that long.
Pop them in the potty, doll. We all want to see.
It actually ended up being really good timing because they did a sale. Because we have these Kmart lamps, which we love so much, but I think it's just time for a little upgrade.
As much as I love a Kmart lamp and as much as I love a Kmart find, I get it, doll. Sometimes you just have to mix the high with the low, you know?
Our house, because, you're spending a lot of money on buying a house. We're doing a lot of money renovating the house. A lot of our house was Kmart and it was looking like a bit of an Anko.
Sponsored by Anko.
It was getting sponsored by Anko. We did need to mix it up just a little bit.
I got a new bedroom set from Bed Threads.
So beautiful.
And they are so luxe, like so luxe. And it's really elevated the whole bedroom.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need a little sprinkle or something. What else? What did the parents get you? Or do you guys not do presents?
We don't really do gifts. So we went out for lunch on Friday, which was really nice. But we're sort of at the age now where we're kind of all just making our own money. Actually, you know what?
No.
I want to say, actually, Lays, I sent my mum a wish list and she said, cheers, thanks. And there was nothing to be opened on Friday. I was a bit like...
You go to your mum's place later and she's gotten all that stuff like for herself and she's just like, oh, I thought this was for me. I thought that was a recommendations list. I still expect a birthday present every year.
For your parents?
Yeah, 100%. Sorry, you gave birth to me. I'm going to be a burden for the rest of your life.
What's your price range that you're given?
My mum always just gives me in true Italian style. She always gives me cash and it's like $200. I'll buy something cute for the house or I'll get something special that I wouldn't usually get. Fingers crossed there's some good Easter weekend sales.
There's always a sale now. I will never buy something full price because I know there's a sale around the corner.
You can sneeze and there's a sale for sneezing. Like, oh, Gesundheit, here's 10% off.
So what are you doing for your B-Day?
So I did something with friends on Saturday, not to steal your thunder.
Sorry, but Josh comes to me and goes, hey, Al, would you be willing to fly down to Sydney for Shane's birthday on Saturday? I was like, so my birthday is also...
And that's the hard thing about having a bestie that's birthday's 2 days apart.
We should just do a joint birthday.
We should. Joint B-Day party. That'll be cute.
Like, I don't know, Foster or somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, like, Port Macquarie. I went to the Dolphin on Saturday, which is like a cute bar/restaurant in Sydney. It was really cute until like about 11. There was like a lot of like people in their like late 20s, early 30s. It was like cute. And then all of a sudden everyone was like 19.
Oh.
You know, when you're like, oh, I don't belong here anymore. So then we packed up and went to Paxi, which is like this cute little Italian wine bar, which is on like the fringe of like Darlinghurst and Paddington. We had a few more wines, had some cheese, and then I went home at about 12:45. So like not tame, but not wild,
Your head's not hurting the next day. You can function the next day.
Well, no, I think I still have a 2-day hangover. Like I'm still feeling a bit rough today. I also did a big skincare clear out yesterday because I haven't spoken about this on cam, but it's been a big topic of discussion off cam with Ali and I. I've actually had contact dermatitis from, I believe it to be the road glazing mist, caused a breakout around my mouth and my eyes. And thank God this camera does miracles because I don't know how it wasn't showing up in the last couple of episodes. episodes, but I had this redness and like rash all over my chin and like mouth and eyes, but my skin's looking so much better. I'm really trying to simplify things, and it's really made me reflect, like, do I need all of this
I
stuff?
think that everyone is talking about like the Korean 15-step routine, thinking they need to put all these different things in their routine. My rosacea and my skin has immensely improved purely from just stripping it back a little bit.
And can I say, nothing is better to your skin than French pharmacy brands. Like, they're amazing. I
Definitely.
have literally only been using La Roche-Posay. I've been using Cicaplast. I've been using Aven, their Tolerance, the thermal water, and I've been using Gelix activating water essence. Like, that's all I've been using.
Have you tried Mixer?
No, but I've seen it, and I remember talking to our mutual contact, Alice, about it just as it was about to launch. But no, doll, it looks good. Is it like, it's kind of like a CeraVe vibe, right?
I'm going to say it's at a more affordable price than CeraVe. Let me just have a little look.
Oh, cheaper.
They're sort of in the, like, for a big tub of moisturizer, body lotion $6.99, a tub of moisturizer for your face $8.99.
So it's like even cheaper than QV.
QV's in the $19.99, $14.99.
Yeah.
So it's a very affordable brand, and it's great reviews, and it's got a lot of research and development behind it. So if it's something that you want to start incorporating a little bit more skincare, and you need that like hydrating factor, or you have sensitive skin, it's definitely one you should be looking at.
Doll, on that note, what's your skincare fave for the week?
You know what? Okay, I was actually a bit of a Gizu hater because I tried their hair oil. The first product I ever tried from them was their hair oil, and it was horrific. It was so thick, it wouldn't go into your hair. It would just leave your hair super greasy looking.
You know what freaks me out about Gisu is that everything is so like honey coated, but nothing smells like honey.
That's what freaks me out too.
It's very random. And I know honey's in the formula, but why is this shaped like a bee pod if it's not?
I need the five senses. I need to see, I need to hear, and I need to smell, and I need to taste. Like, if you're going to make it so honey focused, like, I want to be honey, you know what I mean?
You want the full moment.
Well, yeah, that was actually one of the things that threw me off, is one, it smelled super synthetic, the hair oil. I think they've actually reformulated it since I have tried that product, but they have this new lip pot, and it is in the shape of a honey pot. It's one of those little desk lip balms because it comes with a little thing. You wouldn't be able to put it in your bag, but it looks so cute on my desk next to my crystals and everything like that.
Cute.
And then I just feel so put together. I just like grab my little honey pot, and it works so well. Makes my
Is it honey scented?
No. Nothing. No.
See, it's so weird.
It does. It wigs me out a little bit, but it does work really, really well if you have chapped lips. I have the chappedest of lips.
Oh, chappedest. That's a new
one. The chappiest. And it ain't happy, honey.
I've been loving, so I have the Cure R Rejuvelite Pro face mask, the LED mask.
Oh, amazing.
And because I've not been able to use any actives like retinol or anything, it's like the only thing I've been able to incorporate that's been like mildly active. I've been loving it. It's obviously got like the blue light, amber light, it's got infrared.
Oh, wow. How much is it?
I got it as a gift for Christmas off my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law, so I'm not sure.
Oh, damn. Okay, Josh's family with the coin.
I know. They spoil me, doll. And one thing I like about it is it's 3-minute sessions. So you know how they usually like minimum 10? I like that it gives 3-minute intervals. So for me, someone that like sometimes doesn't even want to sit down and commit to like a 10-minute treatment, the fact that you could just slap it on and it's done in 3 minutes, it's like, well, I could do 2 steps of my skincare routine in 3 minutes anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it kind of feels like it's an organic part of your skincare regimen.
Yeah. Oh, I love an LED mask. It is something you do have to do every single day. A lot of people do ask me, oh, do you think it's worth it? It is an everyday thing, because if you go to a clinic, they will have a stronger LED light, and they'll usually have a wider range of lights for different skin issues. So first, I would say, what kind of skin issue are you trying to treat? Because you might not even want to get a red LED light, because actually, if you have rosacea, red LED is not good for you. It actually flares your skin up.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Unless your skin is in a really good place rosacea-wise, You shouldn't use an LED, red LED. So I only use it when my skin's really good. Secondly,
Okay. Can you use a blue? Can you use a blue though, or no?
Yes. So
Blue's good.
if you've got any acne scars or any sort of acne coming up, blue is really great. If you have rosacea, you know what's really good for you? Yellow light, yellow, orange color, and green. Those are the colors for us.
This has amber as well. This has amber as well.
Oh, I die. But yes, it's something you have to use every single day for it to show effect if you're going to use it at home.
Doll, I need to talk to you about something. Have you been seeing all this drama about Chappell Roan and this 11-year-old child?
It has been my favorite thing to look at on the internet.
Literally been killing me. Let me give everyone the 411 if you haven't been on top of it. So we'll set the scene. We're in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Is that where it was?
Yeah, Lollapalooza weekend, because she's currently playing at Lollapalooza. Pop Princess Chappell Roan is at a hotel minding her business.
Wasn't she at eating?
She was having breakfast. Yeah, she was eating. She was
getting that continental breakfast.
Oh, doll, can't blame her. I'd be there too. Now enter random 11-year-old girl. She isn't storming, not screaming, not asking for a selfie. She just smiles at her. Cute, harmless, innocent. But then, plot twist, a security guard comes over to the child and her mum and allegedly goes off, like accusing her of being disrespectful, saying she can't behave like that. And the little girl essentially ends up crying. Because the girl's stepdad is a Brazilian footballer called Jorginho. The internet goes wild. Like, everyone is dragging Chappell Roan. Then Chappell Roan essentially comes back in response to that and says she never saw the girl. The security guard wasn't hers.
Was that on the live that she did that?
It was a live or a TikTok. Yeah, correct. I think I've seen the TikTok version of it.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't see the live. The security guard essentially comes out and says he takes full responsibility. He wasn't working for Chappell Roan. And I think the funniest thing about it, and this has killed me, and we'll pop it in the thing. He posts it alongside a thirst trap of himself. Which
it is the thirstiest of
it wasn't mad though. You know what I mean? I was listening. It caught my attention. I was watching. You know, he knew. He was like, the gays are gonna want to listen. Yeah, the girls and the gays are gonna want to listen. So I'm gonna post this topless.
Maybe I can get a little something out of this.
Yeah, maybe I can get a little airtime, you know, which is fair.
And that he did.
The internet is quite divided right now, right? It's the difference between, like, obviously respecting someone's space and respecting someone's boundaries, which, like, Chappell Roan is notorious for being very outspoken about her personal space and not wanting it intruded in. And then the other side is saying, well, you chose to be a musician. This is the lay of the land. You just need to get over it, essentially, is what they're saying. Where do you sit, doll? I feel like you will have a pretty good take on this because you are a content creator and, like, yes, you aren't Chappell Roan, but I'm sure there's been instances where you've had people come speak to you or chat to you and like that, like, kind of parasocial relationship.
I mean, look, completely different levels. I think it's really exciting when someone comes up to me and I get like excited, like I'm seeing a friend. I'm like, okay, well, tell me about you, you know? Like, I mean, there are some instances that have happened where I had my hair in pin curls and I was going to get a sausage roll from the local bakery. And the girl goes, oh, I can't wait to see how they turn out. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll tell you next time. She goes, no, I'll watch it online. You know, so
you're like,
I think that's quite funny. And I was like, all right, well, like, comment, subscribe. I would understand how she would feel as a singer on this scale. She would get swamped on the daily. She'd probably feel like she can't even just go out and be a normal person, all because she loves to sing and she loves to create music. That being said, you kind of have to have a conversation with yourself once you reach a certain level and go, okay, do I want to keep doing this or do I want to come back a little bit?
Take a step back. That's right.
It's the price you pay.
It's unfortunately the price you pay, right? With success comes fame, and fame is a gun, as Addison Rae famously said.
And she's got a ticket to the glamorous life.
I totally agree. I think there is this obviously parasocial relationship thing that goes on. And then in the same sense, like, celebrities kind of have more freedom than ever to curate their image via social media and like control their persona, right? Addressing situations directly versus, you know, in the 90s or early 2000s where, like, if a big catastrophe happened, it was a full PR production, right? There was like, you were calling Barbara Walters, you were getting the big guns in, you were like sitting down and getting media training. Now it's a lot more authentic and like Chappell did, like, she just hopped on live and she like kind of had a discussion, an open forum discussion about the situation. And I also think as well, like on another layer, and I don't know if you've ever noticed this, doll, but like Brazilian fans go hard.
Yeah, they do.
Like they go really,
They're very
really
passionate.
hard. It's like it's very come to Brazil coded. So, you know, I'm also like, I can imagine Chappell, who's already quite introverted as a person, already feeling quite overwhelmed. I think looking at that and like looking at where she was geographically as well, I can only imagine that it was kind of the perfect storm. Yeah, I'm kind of Team Chappell.
I think also something that kind of sucks for her is because she's been so loud about it in the past. But there also are videos of her with a bodyguard. She's like gone and pointed at someone, and then the bodyguard has gone over and like checked this random person wanting a photo or videoing or whatever. So it's like it's not the best.
No.
Like it's like, really? You think I'd do that to a child? It's like,
yeah, videos. And can I say the memes? Like I saw one of this girl shoving like this guy's head into cornflakes, and she's like Chappell Roan to the 11-year-old.
The memes are so good.
But yeah, I'm feeling for Chappell right now.
Okay.
I think she's got a bit of a hard go of it, doll.
To be fair, I'm neither here nor there. I think it's quite funny. I think a lot of most sound people and any reasonable person sort of would assume that this is just like a funny thing. This is a funny thing that's happened.
Yeah, I think as well. I think if it hadn't been a famous Brazilian football player, that it was.
She's probably like.
If that wasn't the case. Yeah. Like out of all the kids.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
All the kids. I took about 20 other pictures yesterday, but this is the one.
Yeah. And you know what Brazilians love more than Chappell Roan? Football. So, you know what I mean? I'm sure he's got a huge...
Yes, I kind of forgot about that. You know what her PR team should do? Get her to a concert. Get her on a one-on-one.
And get Chappell to that Brazilian football field ASAP. You know what I mean?
Yeah, folding hands with the girl.
Get her with a cute jersey. Like she needs to, you know what I mean? She needs to amend. She needs to repent for her sins, so to speak. I think like just to make good, like
I agree.
Do something for that girl.
She needs
100%
to do something with that child. Because she will lose fans over this. People go, oh, well, she's so rude to... There's this whole notion that she's really rude to her fans. So it's like, well, we're the reason you have a platform. So why would we support you?
Doll, before you jump into your topic for the week, I need to quickly give a shout out to something I'm really excited to watch, and I'm sure you are too. The Laguna Beach reunion. Have you seen it?
I've actually never watched Laguna Beach.
Oh my God.
I think that's crazy. I'm just that couple of years too young.
So she says I'm old. The Hills. The rest is still on return.
Yeah, and I haven't watched the Hills either.
Or maybe you were just out of touch.
No, because my sister's 37 and she was really into that whole thing. I wasn't allowed to watch it.
Just a touch too young. Well, then I won't talk about it too much, but that's coming back. And like, this is going to be the first time Lauren Conrad, who's the main character of both Laguna Beach and The Hills before she stepped away, she's coming back this is like the first time she's coming back on camera since leaving The Hills. Yeah, so it's been over 10 years since, or like even more, 15. I don't know. It's been forever. And yeah, it's going to have all these behind the scenes stuff. There's going to be this big hash out between her and Kristen Cavallari because they were like the rivals of both seasons.
But surely they don't care anymore, right?
Oh, I think it's like laying everything to rest.
Oh, okay.
Vibes,
Yeah.
You know? And yeah, they'll talk about like the difference between what's been produced and what was real, because there was this whole, in the final credits of like the last season, they kind of wrapped and they were on a studio set and it was like, that's a wrap. Close it up. It was like very like, has this been real? Has this been fake? Like it kind of put everything into question. It was very smart.
I do remember people talking about this. Yes.
Yeah. It was like really iconic for the time because we were all like, oh my God, have we all been duped?
Yeah.
And like this has been produced the whole time. No, it kind of left everyone wondering, you know?
It kind of reminds me of The Only Way is Essex. It's kind of produced, I guess, to a certain extent.
Produced reality. I think like there's obviously moments, but doll, every reality TV show is produced to an extent. Like even, and that's why producers are there, right? Like for maths and whatever else, it's like this drama is sensationalized and like things are planted for a reason, right? Or else it would be very boring television.
Yeah, 1,000%. Oh, I'm actually really excited.
Really exciting.
That's exciting. I really want to watch it. I remember loving Lauren Conrad without watching The Hills or anything like that, but reading a lot of her books, LA Candy and
She's so
stuff.
iconic.
Yeah.
Yes, LA Candy. I have it.
When's that launching?
It is launching on the 4th of April, I believe.
Ooh, maybe
Early April.
I'll watch the old series.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Do a little rewatch. I rewatched it not too long ago. I watched Laguna Beach maybe like a year ago again.
Yeah, speaking of rewatching, I've been rewatching Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
So obviously the Hanniversary, aka anniversary of Hannah Montana's 20th year was just on Thursday?
Yeah.
And everyone went berserk over it. And I thought, you know what? I watched the anniversary and I got so nostalgic that I just started watching all the old episodes of Hannah Montana. It really was. I can't tell if I just think it's really funny because I grew up watching it or if it is actually just very funny.
I started watching it.
The anniversary or Hannah Montana?
Yeah, the anniversary. And I don't know if I was obsessed. I was maybe like 20 minutes in, 25 minutes in, and she was going through the wardrobe, and I was like, I'm a little bit bored. I thought it was going to be an episode.
I thought it was going to be an
I thought it was going to
episode.
be like I thought it was going to be a singular episode. I didn't realize it was just going to be like a bit of a like documentary.
I also didn't realize it was going to be a documentary. I would have loved, even if they did the documentary side of it, I wish that they added an episode or two or even like a 3-part series of where Hannah is now and all of her friends. I thought, Dolly Parton would be there. I thought Lily, who's played by Emily Osment, I thought she was going to come. And Mitchell Musso, who was Oliver Oaken, he wasn't there. Jason Earls, who plays her brother, he wasn't there. So
I thought a bit of a sit-down cast reunion. Yeah. Like, obviously, I love Miley Cyrus, and it was great to see her in the blonde wig. Mm-hmm. But like, I thought like maybe a little cast moment.
It was a lot of Miley and her mum sitting down reminiscing, and the director was there and was talking about like how they chose Miley and all that sort of stuff. So I do think it was very interesting, and it got me back into watching Hannah Montana, and you do have like a newfound level of respect for Miley, especially when she was so young, becoming the part of Hannah Montana. But you do sort of go, I know it's very tough to get everyone who was a part of the Hannah Montana series back. They needed to have the 3 amigos back together. Can we have a where are they now?
Doll, should we launch into this week's topic?
Horrible work situations.
Should I launch into mine, Doll, or do you want to start first?
Go for it, babe.
So for those of you that don't work in PR or like someone that is interested in knowing how PR works, in an agency setting, which Ali and I both worked at certain points of our career, you have a client. That client is essentially like the internal brand person for the company, and you're essentially brought on to assist from like a consumer setting. So this was one of my clients, and it was like by far one of the most painful, and like it was actually traumatic. Like it's kind of what pushed me into talent management temporarily.
I love that. I already know this story.
Yeah.
And I know the brand.
It's a great brand, just not a great gatekeeper of said brand, at the time.
It is a great brand too.
So I was hosting an event, and part of the experience was we all took a private boat to the venue, which set the tone. Like it was such a beautiful start to the day. It was a beautiful day on Sydney Harbour. We were catching the boat from Circular Quay to the lower North Shore.
Oh.
It was elevated. Everything was stunning. We arrive at this popular waterfront restaurant, and it's packed to the rafters. You cannot move. I've never seen this restaurant. I'd been there once before, and it was like busy, but like for a Friday, it felt really busy. I guess because it was in December, it was our like influencer Christmas party. Everyone was having their Christmas party there, it seemed, on that day, which is not ideal for me. We had a semi-private booking, so they didn't have like private rooms, but this was like the closest thing they had. They had like this beautiful like curtained off section, which had its own part of like the wharf. It was beautiful. It's mayhem. Staff running around, our table's ready, everything's set, like everything looks beautiful, but it's so busy and the service is like ridiculously slow. So slow.
And you just want to pull them aside and be like, hey, this is a brand. Like, this is it.
Guys, I'm getting ridden for this. You know what I mean?
The brand is riding my ass. Yeah. Please pick it up.
Yeah. And the client, instead of being understanding and like having some foresight and looking around and seeing how busy it is, she turns it on me and she's like asking me in front of all these people. She's like demanding a wine, like crazy. And I'm standing there thinking, like, what do you want me to do? Jump behind the bar and actually go and pour the wine for you? Because that's the only thing I can do to change the situation. I've asked them 4 times to bring wine. Like, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
And this continues throughout the whole event. Like, service is slow, and she's being relentlessly negative about things, making comments, being dismissive, speaking to me in a way that, like, honestly was just really rude.
Oh, no
So
thanks.
much so that other guests that were invited, like one influencer pulled me aside at the end and she was like, "Hey, are you okay? Like, that was really intense." And I was like, "I know." I can handle difficult personalities. Like, I feel like that's part of the job in PR is like handling the client, right? But it's the principle of like being spoken to like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Like, especially in a public setting, especially with influencers who I know really well. And I'm also like the conduit between these people and the brand. So it's like, also, if they see the client acting that way, they don't want to support the brand either. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a double detriment to her because you've pissed me off and you've pissed off these influencers as well. Long story short, I have to raise it formally because after like the lunch, I sit there and I'm like, no, this was actually really wrong. Like, I feel really like taken aback by this and like I didn't like it energetically.
Good for
I won't go
you.
into the
Good for
details.
you for
Yeah, it
actually
was really
saying something.
hard.
Because sometimes
It was
people
really
don't
hard.
always realize how they're talking to you until you pick them up and go, no, 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 let me show you how you
That's
will
right.
treat me.
And look, there was no going back from there. And like she ended up taking it very personally and like we never spoke again. And I was still working on the account, but then obviously made the choice to move off the account. But looking back, it's one of those experiences that like really tests your professionalism, right? Like you really need to keep it together in the moment and try and deliver the best you can under pressure. Like there was nothing I could do in that situation. All I could do was try and assist the restaurant in getting things done as quick as possible. But with the coin flipped, I feel like that experience really helped me grow.
What did you say to her when you pulled her aside later?
I never got the chance to pull her aside. I spoke to my boss about it, and my boss said they wanted to speak directly
Got you.
to their boss about it. And I think that was probably not the best way to approach it. Like, honestly, I think it would have been better if I had had a conversation with them directly.
The only thing is, if you had the conversation with her then and there,
It wouldn't have gone any higher.
no, and she would have probably taken what you said out of context and said Shane was really out of line with the way he spoke to me.
For sure. Anyway, what's your story, doll?
I have so many stories. To give you some background, so public relations is very broad. So you have the aspect of you're managing a relationship between a business and their consumers. For example, it can be influencers and gifting and sort of showing a product, more of like a consumer PR. But it can also be, for example, crisis management where, for example, the BP oil spill.
And let me tell you, doll, every case study in university ever is the BP oil spill.
What not to do. Anyway, so we were managing a seriously big crisis. It was happening at the time of COVID when medical PPE was really scarce. Essentially what happened, without going into details and naming names, a bunch of medical PPE washed up on the coast of Tasmania. We were trying to manage the onslaught of news that was coming to us. My manager says to me, Ali, we need you on this consumer campaign with influencers. So I'm managing this intense crisis management situation. And then I'm also going to a photo shoot with influencers for a brand product launch. And I just remember my manager calling me and being like, you're not on your game. You're not on your game. Why are you not on your emails? You're not replying fast enough. Like, just screaming at me. And I just burst into tears. And all these influencers around me, I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I couldn't take it anymore. Essentially, I was crying in front of all these influencers and they were like, are you okay? And I was just like, I can't fucking take this anymore. I just can't take this anymore. And I quit.
Oh my gosh. And look at you now, doll.
I finished the project and then I was like, and
Yeah.
then I'm going to quit because I'm not
Yeah.
going to be here on my Tuesday, on a random Tuesday, bawling my eyes out in front of people I don't know.
Doll, I have viewer story number 1.
I'm so excited.
And I've nicknamed it Thailand Torture.
Thailand torture.
Okay? Thailand Torture. Hey, Shane, I have a story for you, but it still doesn't feel real when I say it out loud.
Okay.
So, I'm living in Canada and I've been on holiday in Thailand. Proper holiday, switched off, relaxed, thriving. Also, for context, this is another PR girly. Like, this is the stuff we put up with, guys, before you...
No money.
Before you come for us.
Math stress.
Yeah. And then I get the call that I need to come back early and coordinate an event for work. An event I'd already spent weeks planning and handed over to my boss. So I do it. I cut my trip short, get a long-haul flight, and fly all the way back on my birthday.
What?
Already unwell.
Right.
And just for context, my boss is also my neighbor. So there's already this weird overlap of work life and personal life where boundaries basically don't exist. Anyway, I land, I'm exhausted but ready. It's the night of the event and everything is set up. I know exactly what's going on and I'm fully prepared to run it. And then, out of nowhere, my boss turns to me and casually says that she's actually going to run it instead. No heads up, no conversation, just takes over. So I'm standing there trying to process what's happening, and before I can even respond, she follows up with, "Hey, can you babysit my kids?"
What?
I genuinely thought she was joking. She was not. So suddenly, I've gone from flying back early from Thailand on my birthday to run a full event to being handed 2 children and pointed towards the house like that was always the plan. And the craziest part, because she's my boss and my neighbor, I didn't even feel like I could say no without it becoming a whole thing. So I just did it. These kids were another level, full chaos, running around, not listening. One of them's crying, the other one's treating the living room like a jungle gym. Meanwhile, the event I planned for weeks is happening without me. On my birthday, while I'm babysitting children I did not sign up for. I left that night in complete disbelief. Like, not even angry, just stunned that a series of decisions like that could actually happen to one person on a single evening.
Oh my God.
I know.
I'd be saying, so you're paying for my flights back to Thailand and you're gonna pay for all the bookings that I've had there.
I'm going on another holiday.
Yeah, you can get your own babysitter. I'd be taking her to Fair Work.
Is there a Fair Work in Canada though? I don't know. There must be.
There was how people worked before COVID, now after COVID. That feels like a before COVID situation.
Oh, this is 100% a before COVID situation.
Because I could never imagine doing that now, but I would pre-COVID, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would ask that of you now as well, nor do I think anyone would in their right mind do it. You know what I mean? Like, if my boss asked me to come back home early from a holiday, I'd be like, cool, are you paying for my return flights? And are you comping all the leave that I've already taken to make up for it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because then, sure, I'll come home. Like,
I'm actually gobsmacked. That's insane. This one's called Mrs. Track and Fields.
okay. No Mrs. Fields cookies then.
Yeah, actually, now you say it.
Oh.
It's got something to do
oh my
with
God, how did I
fields.
clock that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
okay.
did you read the same one?
I'm hungry. I want a cookie.
Okay, hi, Ali and Shane. It wasn't even a bad place to work, but when I was 16, I got my very first job at Mrs. Fields. It was one of those kiosks in the shopping centre. A couple of hours into my first shift, the manager who was training me asked if I could go out the back and grab a trolley from the storage area. Call me a spoiled teenage brat, but I was already not vibing this job that my parents basically forced me into. I remember those days.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically walked into the storage room, looked around, and instead of grabbing the trolley, I grabbed my car keys, got in my car, and drove home. When they started calling me, I just blocked their number. The worst part, I didn't even tell my parents. For the next couple of months, I would just leave the house saying I was going to work and then just hang out at the shops.
Stop.
Okay, this one's called Where Are Teams? Emphasis on the S, plural.
Teams like Teams chat.
Yes. Hi in the vault. I'm still cringing about this one. A few years ago, I was working in a corporate role where we used Microsoft Teams for everything. Didn't we all? That sound,
I still do to this day.
it haunts me.
Oh, my computer's always on silent, doll.
You don't get the calling sound? Dun, 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 dun,
Oh, yeah.
dun.
Dun, whoop, whoop, dun, 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 dun.
I'm like, what did I do wrong now? One afternoon, after a particularly frustrating morning with my manager, I messaged a work bestie. I said, what a fucking cow. No wonder she's getting divorced. Within seconds, my bestie starts calling me. I answer and she's yelling, delete, delete. It took me a moment to connect the dots. And sure enough, I had teamed my entire team.
No. That is literally my worst nightmare and happened to me last week.
The way I would freeze up and you know, when everything's going slow-mo and you get like the ringing in your ear, as in my manager, her manager, everyone on our team. I honestly felt sick, but weirdly, even though I got a few chuckles in the break room, my manager never actually brought it up with me. That's interesting. I bet she was just embarrassed. She was like, you've just told everyone, no wonder I'm getting divorced. I'm a cow. And she probably realized her behavior was rude as well.
Oh, for sure.
So she's probably feeling like, oh, everyone hates me. That's probably why she didn't bring it up. If anything, she became noticeably nicer after, and so I convinced myself that it had somehow worked in my favor until it was mentioned in my 360 review.
No, you think you've gotten away with it and like you think you're off the hook and then it gets brought up. Scary.
Come again?
Come again. I never sent that message.
Oh, really? Here are the screenshots. Can't. That's AI. That's AI.
I was hacked. Can I say as well, I don't know, like, I'm always very conscious about what I say on the work chat because
I'm texting individually.
Yeah. Can HR see it? Like sometimes the girls like message me bitching on the Teams chat and I'm like, babe, take this offline, call me. Like, whenever something's happening, like I'll message like my boss straight away and I'll be like, oh, can you believe this? Like, you know what I mean? I'll message her offline and talk to her about it. Like I would never actually like message her on Teams about it. Like I'll call her and I'll be like, oh my God, did you just see that email? You know what I mean? Like,
or it's, hey, I'm getting a coffee. Does anyone want a coffee? Or I'm getting a little 3 p.m. pick me up. Does anyone want a 3 p.m. pick me up? And then your bestie would be like, I could go a 3 p.m. pick me up.
Yeah.
And then you'd go down to Woolies and you'd be like, let me tell you.
You need it. That's how you get through corporate life.
And how you know you're not insane as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you guys.
So guys, that's it for the week.
That's it.
I hope you've enjoyed it. Can I say there are a few people that were a little bit too scared to submit their answers, but I know there's a lot of people looking forward to this episode.
Oh, really?
Guys, you can trust us. I think next week, and Ali and I will discuss this offline, but maybe we'll do like a little anonymous link.
Maybe.
So you can feel a little bit more.
We should do that. I reckon.
Comfy.
I think that people are a little bit, they don't want them to be connected to the stories.
You've got to contribute, but you've also got to not forget to please like and subscribe and please leave us a review as well.
Yes, please leave us a review. Let us know any feedback, anything you want us to add in. Also, we're new, so don't be too rough. Don't be too rough.
Yeah, don't be too rough. Be gentle with us. But we appreciate the love and we appreciate the guidance from everyone. So guys, next week's topic is going to be the biggest lie you've ever told. So come with your lies ready. Ali has a lot of them. I know that for a fact.
Sure.
We will see you next week, guys. Thank you so much for listening and have a gorgeous, gorgeous day. Mwah.